so lonely. I heard my bandmate, a friend 3 years younger than me, say with distress. Then another friend from our van also agreed with him. Me being me, someone who always wants to talk about things that are bothering my friends with him, I asked him about it and asked if he was alone or lonely. He couldn't find an answer. When I listened to them speak, I couldn't help but connect my experiences with theirs, realizing how different they were. They explained how they felt lonely when they were alone, sometimes, rarely, even around people. But I couldn't relate at all because I've never felt or feel lonely when I'm alone, and I've been alone for most of my life. Yup, single child gang. Which one do you relate with? Then I spent time describing to them the difference between alone and lonely. And that's what I thought would be the perfect way to begin my talk to. Most people perceive the word alone to be a negative one, a synonym for lonely. The definition for alone, however, states having no one else present, while the definition for lonely is sad because one has no friends or company. The unhappy aspect is what differentiates the two. So someone can feel utmost comfort being alone, while someone else can feel a lonely wave even while being around many people. So what causes this hollow feeling? Most commonly, loneliness results from a major change in life: loss of a person, physical isolation, retirement, social anxiety, trauma, or low self esteem. But as a whole, though, I'd say loneliness is a lack of intimacy. It's the lack of depth and connection we feel in relationships with other people or ourselves. You heard that right. Loneliness isn't just about feeling closely knit with people around you, but it's also feeling yourself. Imagine this. You're hanging out with your close friends, doing all the things you love, talking about everything that matters, and having fun for hours. But when you get back home, what do you feel? Is it the lonely feeling creeping up your nerves when you find yourself alone again? So you see, no matter how much you figure ways to be constantly around people, there's always going to be just you for some time. But should you feel lonely then? If that's the case, everyone's gonna have to feel lonely at some point, even every day. So the solution? No, you can't surround yourself with people 24/7. But the secret lies instead in being comfortable with yourself, with you being alone and happy and connected to you. Hi, I'm Sahaana. My idea is alone and happy, being your own company. Now, although social isolation has serious negative impacts, voluntary alone times can have a great deal of benefits. To begin with, being by yourself has been found to lower stress. A study hosted on ResearchGate, Solitude as an Approach to Effective Self-Regulation, found that solitude chosen by individuals could lead to relaxation and reduce stress. Because when we're alone, we're free from all the external stimuli, and that perhaps gives the mind a chance to rest and enjoy some peace. What's more, solitude is also linked to creativity. Time spent with no anxiety fosters creative thinking, allowing us to reflect on our inner selves, thoughts, experiences, expressions, and observe our surroundings, which are necessary to invoke the creative process. Being alone doesn't just improve your relationship with yourself, but also with other people. Because when you can be intimate with yourself, you can dig deeper into the intimacy you have with other people, reflect on their impact, and appreciate it. Moreover, you see the human in them, accepting them for who they are, because you see yourself for who you are. Being alone also helps in being more productive, planning, focusing on your interests, and improving concentration. But most of all, it's the best for getting to know yourself. When you're alone, you get to think about who you are and why. Why you reacted the way you did in a circumstance, your thoughts on a topic, your feelings towards something. You get to think about just you and work towards being the best version of yourself. However, it's necessary to see the line between healthy alone times and social isolation, where one totally avoids social contacts. Social isolation is far from energizing. It's rather draining. Whereas healthy alone times are supposed to be the opposite. You find yourself having a positive mindset and it's energizing. Finding the right balance is key. By being self aware and understanding your own needs, set time for being alone and socializing to combine solitude with nurturing meaningful connections. Whatever said and done, for some people, the silence of solitude is too deafening. A variety of factors, such as low self esteem, lack of self knowledge, past trauma, or just unfamiliarity with alone time, can play a role in feeling that way. But whatever the case, the first and foremost rule to being your own company, the first and foremost rule to being your own company is to approach it with enthusiasm. You'd probably relate to this if you're more of an extrovert. But how do you feel before going to a party? You're highly charged to go meet all the people, connect, and have fun, right? Me being an introvert, though, I'd rather feel the same enthusiasm if I were to find a quiet place and the time to read a book I've been longing to finish. But the point here is to feel the same enthusiasm if you're having an alone time. So instead of feeling, I'm alone again, and scrolling on social media, start trying to build enthusiasm for it. So you'd be like, I'm alone again. That's nice. I get to be at peace and think about anything I want to. So, yeah, you get the idea. Understand that being alone is completely okay and value solitude. An article published on the Journal of Adolescence titled Motivation Matters Development and Validation of the Motivation for Solitude Scale suggests that individuals who spend time alone for self determined reasons, such as to get in touch with their interests, spirituality, or feelings, appear more motivated to be by themselves. More importantly, they did not show the risk for a negative psychosocial impacts as compared to the non self determined demographic. Besides, young adults who self determinedly spend time alone showed greater well being in areas like self acceptance and personal growth. This data shows us that how one perceives being alone, their motivation to do so, is a major factor influencing whether solitude is a positive, beneficial experience or not. So instead of viewing being alone as a negative feeling or a punishment forced onto you, start viewing it as an opportunity to tune into yourself without any other distraction. Start with small steps. If you're someone who's always surrounded by people, or if you think you'll get bored too quickly, having an agenda might help. Start making plans for just you, like taking yourself out to a restaurant or a hike. Something that always works is to do something you enjoy, your hobby alone. This is not only a way to hone an existing skill or learn a new one, but is also an effective way to recharge your batteries. An important note here is no social media. Yes, time alone doesn't include scrolling on your phone, buzzing notifications, DMs, and tweets. Once again, so there are no distractions on the way to reconnecting with yourself and you get undivided attention. Once you're comfortable and start enjoying the basic idea of being alone, go deeper. Ask yourself about your day. Reflect on it. Feel what you're feeling, your feelings and thoughts. After a long day, telling a friend about it and getting it off your chest feels good, right? But what about being that friend for you? I'm not telling you not to share your day with another person, but what I am saying is to self reflect on it too. Alone time is the best time to do it. Think about what made you happy, why you felt that way, how they occurred, who should you thank, and be grateful for it. Have a gratitude list. Finding joy in the little things isn't just going to surround you with positive vibes, but can also be used as healthy shifting tools for when you're feeling sad. Self reflection also includes thinking about what made you sad, what went wrong, and what you can learn from that, paving way for self development. Note that talking to yourself doesn't include negative self talk, because when you're your own company, you're your own best friend, and you wouldn't say negative things to a friend. So remember to be kind to yourself too. Journaling is a great way to pen it all down on paper while also track progress. Alone time is also the ideal time to go over your thoughts and reframe them if necessary. After all, your life is a manifestation of your thoughts. So it's necessary that you're aware of them, substituting the negative ones with positive versions. To conclude, being alone doesn't have to bring with it being lonely. What it can bring, however, is beyond limits. And the key to unlock it is with you. Coming back to the story I started with, here's what I told them. Learn to enjoy your own company because it's only you're going to be with forever. So, just like how you've built intimacy with ones close to you, building even greater intimacy with yourself is just as important. That's how I got the idea for my TED Talk, and this is what I want to tell you all too. Thank you.